Hey, welcome to another episode of 3 Minute Bible Bites. This morning I was talking to my wife, Pastor Gabe, and we were talking specifically about a book by C.S. Lewis. It's called Mere Christianity. If you haven't read it, I highly, highly recommend it. C.S. Lewis is an amazing fountain of just he's got a way of putting things, biblical concepts, in a way that are very easy to comprehend. And while it's not an easy read, it's an amazing book. Again, highly recommend it. Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. The point we were talking about this morning is where C.S. Lewis talks about human nature, talks about the laws of human nature. And he's essentially drawing a comparison between animals in the wild and their basic instincts, survival instincts specifically, to human instincts and how we are different in that way. And the point he brought up was this. Animals, when faced with attack or faced with extinction or faced with hunger, they will for the most part, revert immediately to their basic instincts. In other words, self-preservation. They will eat to stay alive. They will flee from danger. Humans, though, on the other hand, while they still exhibit some of those same behaviors, all of us, whether we are believers or not, have this innate sense of what is right and what is wrong. In other words, C.S. Lewis puts it like this. If you are fleeing a burning building, you will flee that building. That's your instinct. You'll flee for self-preservation. But if there's someone in there, whether you know them or not, you will have this innate knowledge that you should go back and help. You have this desire. Now, maybe you act on it, maybe you don't, but we have this innate ability to recognize those situations outside of ourselves, outside of our basic needs, to go and help and do good and help others. It's the law of nature that separates man from humans. And that made me then think of the comparison in Scripture to believers and non-believers, to those who are wanting to follow God and do the best they can, and those who really are just following their basic fleshly instincts. We're teaching this weekend, we're starting a new series about the 12 minor prophets and their teachings. And I'm studying Micah. This is Micah chapter 6, verse 6. I'm going to read you 6 through 8. With what shall I come to the Lord and bow myself before the God on high? Shall I come to him with burnt offerings, with yearling calves? Does the Lord take delight in thousands of rams, in 10,000 rivers of oil? Shall I present my firstborn for my rebellious acts, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul? He has told you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God. Let me read that again. Verse 8, Micah 6, verse 8. He has told you, O man, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? But to do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God. See, whether we're believers or non-believers, we all have this innate desire to do good, whether we act on it or not, comes from our relationship with the Lord. Do we walk humbly with him? And by his guidance, coupled with our innate nature, then we can walk out a life as he intends and as Jesus Christ gave us to live. Hope that gives you something to chew on. It certainly did me all day long. I wanted to share it with you. We'll talk to you later. Be blessed.